Hi, I'm Leslie Schulte. I work with Electa as a treatment planning product leader, and today I'm going to show you how you can create Bolus on Monaco. There are several ways that you can create Bolus. One is by creating a single layer. You can create multiple layers, or if needed, you can create a custom Bolus. Now let me show you how you do that in Monaco. To show you how to create Bolus, I've got a chest study set open. The first thing we're going to do is go to the contouring tab. From the contouring tab, I can type in Bolus as my structure. Once I have Bolus added to the structure list, I now have an icon available on the ribbon that will allow me to create Bolus. I'm going to open up the dialog box. At this point, I have an option of adding a description. We can add a thickness as well as a relative electron density. In this case, let's start with a 0.5 centimeter of Bolus. The next thing we're going to do on the transverse view is define our start position. Our second position will be our end point. When we create the Bolus, it'll work in a clockwise direction. I'm going to move over to the sagittal view, and we're going to define the length of the Bolus. So I'll define the top point and the bottom point. Once I have these 4 points located, I can generate the Bolus. So you can see that it quickly generates the Bolus on all the structures, or all the slices in this structure set. I'm going to go ahead and close the dialog box, and I'm going to show you how you assign that Bolus to the different beams. So we have our beam spreadsheet open at the bottom of the page. There's a treatment aids tab that we'll go to next, and this is where we can assign the Bolus per individual beam. So I can toggle on from this drop-down menu, toggle on the Bolus, and have it assigned for each of those beams. Now if we decide that we need to change the thickness of the Bolus, we can open up that dialog menu, and we can quickly come in here and change the Bolus from 0.5 centimeter to 1 centimeter. And just update the Bolus thickness. You can see that that quickly updates on the patient orientation of the patient's skin. Now that we have the first layer of Bolus created, if we wanted to add a second layer, we'll just go ahead and type in a new Bolus name. So I'm just going to call this Bolus 2. Open up the Bolus dialog, and this time instead of using the base structure as the body, I'm going to switch that to the Bolus that we've already created. We'll leave this at a 1 centimeter thickness, and I'm just going to go through the same process. We'll enter my start point, my stop point, and the length of the Bolus. So now you can see that we have 2 different layers of Bolus that we've created. Now in the beam spreadsheet, you can choose which Bolus you want to use for planning. So I have Bolus 1 as my option and Bolus 2, and I can define that per beam. Okay, now I'm going to jump to a second image set. This will be a head and neck. This may be something if you have a sinus cavity and you need to create a customized Bolus. So if we went back into our structure list, we add Bolus as the structure name. Open up the dialog box, and this time instead of adding a thickness and a relative electron density, I'm going to use the Fill VOI option. What this does is it gives me a box on the page that I can move around in all the image sets. I can define the length of the box, the depth of the box. Once I have this in the appropriate position, I then generate the VOI. And here's your customized Bolus. So this again can be assigned per beam as needed, and this is something that you can use for a unique case if needed in the Monaco treatment planning system. In conclusion, we've demonstrated that there are multiple ways to create Bolus inside of Monaco. You can create Bolus by a single layer, multiple layers, or if needed, a customized Bolus. Thank you.